So I'm going to talk about the box method here, which was recommended by the multisensory math course with regards to students who really struggle with multi-digit multiplication. So as you can see here, this would be me kind of getting to the last stage of teaching at the representational level on the array. Here I have 14, the factor of 14, and the factor of 31. I can draw them all out, my hundreds, my tens, and then finally my ones. And then I end up with, what will it should be, 300, and then 434. And then if I do it the traditional method, you also see that I got 434. So that would be kind of the last stage of that. Getting into the box method, here's a worksheet that's provided by the multisensory math course. And you'll see how they do it. They draw, so with the smaller digit, you're going to draw, if it's one digit, you'll just draw one row, and then up here you'll make columns for however many digits you are multiplying the other factor. So 5, and then of course you'll definitely want to review adding the zeros, multiplying first the initial digit, and then adding on the zeros. So 5 times 100 being 500, 5 times 20 being 100, doing the 2 times 5 and adding 0, and then 5 times 3 being 15, and then adding those all up. These we can do rather easily in our heads. The one below, I'll illustrate that. So down here we have a larger number. We have 14 times 2,134. And so we're going to have, this is two digits. What's 14 made out of? 1 10 and 4 ones. All right. What's 2,134 made of? 2 thousands, 100, 3 tens or 30, and 4. And so we would start obviously with going across the row of 10. So 10 times 2 would be 20, and then you add in the 3 extra zeros. 10 times 1 would be 1, and then you add in the extra zeros. 10 times 3, add in zeros, 300, and 10 times 4, 40. And then down here, 4 times 2, 8, and then you add in your zeros. 4 times 1, 4, and then add in zeros. 4 times 3 is 12, and then 4 times 4 being 16. And then what you can do to kind of speed up the process is you can teach students to say, okay, this largest number is going to be sort of at this top, but then we can add these in our heads. We can add the 8,000 to the 1,000 to make 9,000. We can add the 300 and the 400 to make 700. We can add the 40 plus the 120 to make 160, and then we can put the 16 on, and then we add them all up and get 29,876. And we can also illustrate this via the traditional method. So if a student was doing this kind of freehand, you gave them a problem like 52 times 318, we'd say, okay, you want to make your box like, not long enough, what do we call this? I don't know. Deep enough, whatever, to hold 2-digit calculations. So that's going to be the 50, right? All right, 50, and then the 2. And then you're going to draw across right here to make those 2 rows. And then you need 3 spaces for your 3 top digits. So we're going to do the 300, we're going to do the 10, and then we're going to do the 8, because we need to know, again, that 318 is made out of 300 plus 10 plus 8. So then you could go through here, and you could go 3 times 5, 15. Then you add in your 3 zeros. Okay, 5 times 1, 5, and then add in your 2 zeros. 5 times 8, and this might be a good one because you've done maybe the multiples of 5, so that's 40 plus add in your 0. I'm just going to do this silently now. All right, and then we can add them up. But again, we might want to see, okay, what can I go ahead and do in my head before I write them out? So I might know that 5 and 6, again, if you didn't go to the 10, you would know that 6 is made of 5 and 1, so we'd get 10,000 and 10,100, right? Over there, the 20 and the 40. Wait a second. Oh, I made a mistake there. The 2 and the 40. Oh no, that's right. I was looking up here. Okay, and the 2 and the 40, 420, and then finally bringing down the 16. This would be 6, and this would be 3, and this would be 5, this would be 6, and this would be 1. And we'll do a traditional method to see if it is true. 2 times 8, 16, carry the 1, 2, 3, 6, 40. This, 6, 3, 5, 6, 1. Boom. So, I'm still getting used to this method because I haven't done it before, but I find it, I believe them when they say it's really helpful, and as it's become more fluid, hopefully I'll be able to teach it more fluidly.